So before we even start, I do want to let you guys know that I was banned, either banned or suspended from TikTok. So my TikTok, even though you can still see it and I think you can still interact with it, for whatever reason, I can't log into it. It says I was permanently banned, and then it says that I was currently suspended. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if I'll ever be able to use it again. I was going to make a new TikTok page, but honestly, like I'm so upset about losing my original TikTok that I just said screw it. Like, I'm not even gonna bother with it. Yeah. So, if you guys want me to come back to TikTok, let me know in the comments. But for the time being, I've just deleted my TikTok, all of the backup TikToks or whatever that I made, and yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the video. So, I used to watch this show called Bring It on Lifetime. The show followed the hip hop majorette dance team called the Dancing Dolls and was essentially the black version of Dance Moms, but with like much less controversy around it. I was rewatching one of my favorite performances from the show when one of the comments stood out to me. Essentially, what the commenter said was, "It's been really amazing to see the evolution of majorette dance. It's changed so much over the years, and I've literally watched it evolve before my eyes." I found that comment interesting because in all the years that I've been watching and experiencing majorette dance, I never really stopped to think about how majorette dance came to be significant in the black community. So today I wanted to explore the history behind majorette dancing and what it means to the black community. Now, majorette dancing actually originated in Rhineland, Germany, and was a sort of carnival attraction that would be the highlight of the event. The choreography would include acrobatics and baton twirling. However, for the black community, what we know as hip-hop majorette began in the late 1960s and can be narrowed down arguably to Alcorn State University's Golden Girls dance team, who made their debut in 1968 on national television. I say arguably because there's some debate around which dance team debuted this modernized style of majorette dance first. There wasn't as much enthusiastic coverage of black marching band culture back in the days, certainly not as much as there is now. But this is a tentative starting point for the origins of hip-hop majorette dance. From there, the dance style began to evolve. The Dancing Dolls of Southern University gained national acclaim thanks to the annual Bayou Classic in New Orleans. This program televised HBCU football games, giving the dancers a spotlight. In 1978, former majorette Shirley Middleton founded Jackson State's J-Sets. With this new team came an adaptation of a new style that saw the dancers setting down their batons and creating many of the unique dance moves that we still see in modern majorette dance today. The movements can range from fluid, incorporating jazz and lyrical dance techniques, to explosive with the use of bucks and shimmies, indicative of hip-hop and West African dance styles. In 1990, the J-Sets performed for a televised Motown tribute, garnering more attention to the art form. Then, starting in 1991, NBC Sports began broadcasting the Bayou Classic to an even bigger audience. This brings us to 2001 with the founding of the Dancing Dolls, the team that Bring It is centered on. The nationally recognized team was founded by dancer Diana Williams in Jackson, Mississippi. Her team attracted Lifetime's attention sometime in the 2010s, and by 2014 they were picked up for a reality dance series. Many of the veteran members have gone on to continue dancing at the collegiate and professional level. Now, because it's me, and y'all know I can't just talk about the good without mentioning the bad, I think it's important that we talk about the controversy that surrounds majorette dance, or at least the more troubling aspects of the sport. Starting with the adultification conversation. From the beginning of Bring It, conversations surrounding the explicit nature of the dance moves have cropped up in fan forums and comment sections. It's clear to see that the dance moves that define hip-hop majorette can range from sensual to raunchy, and in competitions at the local or state level, these routines are being performed by girls as young as 4 years old. Not only that, but the tight, sometimes partially revealing costumes that these young ladies wear, which are a traditional part of the dance, are also criticized for being too adult for the young women. Admittedly, I've had some of these same thoughts myself, and it's made me have to step back and really evaluate myself and ask myself about our tendency in the black community to hypersexualize and police black girls, their bodies, and the things they enjoy for the sake of propriety. Black women have grown up for generations being told things like wearing red nail polish is too grown and makes you seem like a tramp, or wearing red lipstick makes you come off like you're easy, or that wearing certain hairstyles are too grown up or unprofessional, or not to wear a certain pair of shorts or shirt because male family members are coming over to the house, or how we're fast for, developing breasts, even though that's not something we have a control over, or how we're going to be loose because we're so developed. This constant and habitual adultification puts black girls under the mental strain of constant scrutiny and judgment that leaves no room for developing a positive and healthy relationship with their bodies and femininity. Further, it places the onus of responsibility for appropriate behavior on black girls rather than the adults around them, as it should. I think it's worth examining how much of what is associated with black people usually gets stereotyped as aggressive, immoral, hypersexual, or provocative, especially when it's being performed by black girls and women. If you don't believe me, take a look at what people had to say about jazz in the 1920s and tell me it doesn't sound eerily similar to people's thoughts on rap in the 80s and 90s. Whenever black people create or express something that is unique to us, it's automatically put under a microscope and deemed deviant or inappropriate just as quickly. And we have internalized and adopted that same policing system amongst ourselves. We need to unpack that because, quite frankly, it's stopping us from living our best lives as black folks. And with that being said, I think this is a perfect time to lead into the next topic, body image and colorism. When I was going back and rewatching one of my favorite Majorette videos here on YouTube, there was a comment that stood out to me made by one of the ladies on the video. She said, "This video really made me smile to see all these beautiful young black women. I was the darkest Majorette in my high school band in 1964. It wasn't popular to be dark back then." This made me think about the strict guidelines for body types that some Majorette dance teams have for their dancers. In a blog post written by Azizi Powell, she says, "As is usually the case with cheerleaders, almost all members of Majorette dance lines fit the idealized profile of African American beauty standards. Young, slender, but shapely, physically attractive women. The A&T Golden Delights dancer requirements have a fitness and physique section in their guidelines. They stress the importance of having toned arms, legs, backs, and abdomens in their dancers, stating that because of the uniform and high-intensity routines, their body type requirements are a determining factor in the selection process." Now, I'm not sure how many other schools might have these same physical requirements of their dancers, but considering it is very rare, not impossible, but rare, to see a plus-sized dancer at the collegiate level, I can imagine that this sort of body discrimination happens at auditions all the time, even if they're not explicitly stated in the guidelines. And if this sort of bias against bigger bodies happens in the audition process, I can't help but wonder if there is or maybe has been in the past some colorism that's happened during the audition process as well. I haven't found anything like that in my research, but I just thought it was an observation worth mentioning. I don't think it's any wonder that the glamour and fun of Majorette dance has attracted its fair share of gay and gender non-conforming individuals. However, with Majorette dance being so deeply rooted in the Black South, homophobia has often been a barrier for black queer men interested in the sport. According to Azizi's blog post, it's her belief that all HBCU and high school dance Majorette teams have all female dancers, with mainly community-based lines such as Tennessee's Prancing Tigerettes having a mixture of both male and female dancers. I don't really follow high school and college Majorette dance teams quite as much. I tend to like community-formed teams, like she says, and community-formed teams tend to have like a mix, but from what I have gathered myself, it does look like it's mostly it's pretty much all women in the high school and college level. I don't really see like male Majorette dancers in HBCU dance lines. Now they'll be on the cheerleading teams or the regular dance teams maybe all day long, but not the dance lines for the marching bands. So I think there might be some merit to that. In a BuzzFeed News article written by Frederick McKendra, he stated that Southern piety dictated that queer performers be relegated to serving as coaches, choreographers, or spectators in the conservatively gendered spaces where college dance lines performed. Basically, what he's saying is that despite the sizable number of gay male admirers of the dance form, many of these fans and admirers were kept out of being able to perform in the troupes themselves. However, like I stated before, in community-formed teams, this is a different story. For example, choreographer Kentrell Collins formed the Prancing Elites, a gay and gender non-conforming dance team based out of Mobile, Alabama. The troupe even appeared on Oxygen for their own reality series, The Prancing Elite Project. Through Majorette dance, there exists this sort of allyship between gay femme black men and black women that celebrates femininity in a way that I don't think exists in too many other types of spaces. Hip-hop Majorette dance is a staple of Black Southern American cultural identity. Glamorous, glittery, sensual, sexy, raucous, raunchy, no matter how you want to describe it, it's ours and it deserves to be celebrated and preserved for generations to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun learning about this. This was actually a pretty fun and easy topic to research. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share this video and click the notification bell to know when I create more videos. And until next time, you guys, bye!